If you are following my channel even for quite some time, you would know that I have been a huge fan of diverse models and tooling. This video is going to cover a new development in the world of natural language processing, specifically for the Turkish language. But even if you are not from that background, this is going to help you a lot if you're looking for some information, practical information in the world of information retrieval, semantic search. So stay tuned, and this is going to be quite interesting because I think this new development has far-reaching impacts. In this video, not only I'm going to explain in simple words what exactly is happening here, why it is important, and we will install it locally and test it out. This is Fahad Mirza and I welcome you to the channel. Please like the video and subscribe and consider becoming a member as that helps a lot. Please also follow me on X if you're looking for AI updates without hype, without a fluff. Now, even before I start installation and show you the hands-on demo of this model locally, let's try to understand what exactly is BERT and what exactly is happening here in terms of this model. So first, let's understand what is BERT. BERT stands for Bidirectional Encoder Representations from Transformers. It is a natural language processing model developed by Google in 2018. What makes BERT special is that it can understand the context of words in a sentence by looking at both the words that come before and after it. This bidirectional approach was a game changer in NLP at that time. As an example, let's take the sentence, the bank is closed. Without context, you might not know if bank refers to a financial institution or the side of a river. But BERT can figure this out by considering the entire sentence. BERT is pre-trained on massive amount of text and then can be fine-tuned for specific tasks around question answering, sentiment analysis, and in our case, information retrieval. So if you have a RAG pipeline and you want to implement it in Turkish language, this model might help. So what is TurkColBERT? Now we understand BERT. Let's talk about TurkColBERT. TurkColBERT is a specialized model designed for Turkish information retrieval. It is the first benchmark model that systematically compares dense biencoders and late interaction models specifically for Turkish. Now, Turkish language is a beautiful language and it is morphologically rich, meaning words can have many different forms depending on their function in a sentence. This poses unique challenges for information retrieval system. Traditional dense model compress entire documents into a single vector representation. For Turkish, this approach can lose important subword and token level information. This TurkColBERT uses a late interaction approach by using this PyLate that preserves token level representations, making it more effective for Turkish language. The key innovation in TurkColBERT is that it keeps token level representation and uses a matching technique called maxsim, which allows for more precise matching between queries and documents. So it has got a better performance for Turkish language. The parameters are quite efficient and the speed is also quite good because they have integrated something called as Mavera. And as I said, you can use it in various use cases. So this is a quick intro, but hopefully it makes sense. For installation, I'm going to use this Ubuntu system. My GPU card is NVIDIA RTX 6000 with 48 GB of VRAM. I'm going to create a virtual environment and install all the prerequisites. If you're looking to rent a GPU or VM or CPU on very affordable price, you can find the link to Massed Compute in video's description with a discount coupon code of 50% for a range of GPUs. Now torch and transformers are installed. We also need to install this PyLate library. I already have covered PyLate in on the channel if you're interested, because it supports the late interaction model, which our TurkColBERT is. A late interaction model creates a unique fingerprint for each word in a document. that allows for much more precise matching instead of one single vector for the whole text. And vector is simply a numerical representation of your data. And PyLate is that toolkit that makes it easy to build and use this model. So in very short, it provides the simple tooling to index documents and run highly accurate detailed searches, especially for these sort of rich languages. And everything is now installed. Let me show you it in action. And this is a code which shows you this TurkColBERT in action. So we are showing the core retrieval function here. So what is happening here is we are loading the model. Then we are initializing the index, and this is a searchable index from these Turkish documents. For document I have just given one liner, but of course you can give it your own full blown documents, and then it is running these queries on these documents. After encoding them, then it finds the similar results, rank the most relevant matches, and then it gives us the results back. It's a simple RAG pipeline where we are going from end to end, as you can see here. So let's go back to our terminal and run this to see what sort of results we get. And the first time it downloads the model 2. And there you go. This is the output of this Turk model, and it has successfully retrieved relevant Turkish documents. It has correctly identified Istanbul as Turkey's largest city and Ankara as the capital based on semantic understanding. And you can see that the model seems quite effective for Turkish information retrieval task with higher scores indicating more relevant matches. Now coming back to this, let's also do a quick example of re-ranking. So right now we have just retrieved, and you can see that retrieval is quite semantically grounded. Now let's do the re-ranking. And if you don't know what re-ranking is a two-stage information retrieval process where an initial set of document is first retrieved using a fast but less precise method, and then those results are reordered or re-ranked using a more sophisticated but computationally expensive model. But you can see this model, normally people use two different models for this task, but you can see that we are using the same model for both of these purposes. The first stage one retrieval, and then we are re-ranking it. So if you are looking for more accurate results, re-ranking gives you more precision, improved relevance. It also can handle ambiguity, plus you can personalize it. So this code is again doing the same thing. It is loading the model with all the data, and then this is where it is re-ranking. So it uses the rank.re-rank function to reorder the document for each query based on their relevance, and then model compares each query with the document and assign the similarity score. Let me run this. While it runs, let's also check the VRAM consumption, though you can run it on CPU quite easily. I will let it run while it might just blips you. There you go. Just under 2 gig or 1.5 gig of VRAM it has consumed, and it has given us the answer. And you can see that the model has correctly prioritized the most relevant documents for each Turkish query, assigning higher scores to the exact answers about Ankara as the capital and Bosphorus Bridge function. So really good stuff. I think I'm quite impressed by the model, and the best thing is that now we can cover rich languages like Turkish, Azerbaijani, and Uyghur, Kazakh, and even Urdu language is somewhat, has a lot of Turkish words, and Turkish is the root and has got influence on various languages across the world. So the point is that all of these rich languages now can be used for the RAG purposes, which really opens up a whole new world. That's it. Again, please like the video and subscribe, and consider becoming a member. Please also follow me on X if you're looking for AI updates without hype, without fluff. Thank you for all the support.